Hi. Hi. So we're going to use cosine law when we don't have a matching set. Okay, so you guys need to listen to my words because I do tell you stuff, even if it's not written on the page. Okay? Sometimes I have important stuff to say. So sine law I'm going to use if I have a matching set. So a side and its angle, I'm going to use sine law. But you're going to find you get into situations, ladies, do I have to take them away? Are they too distracting? Maybe? Where you don't have a matching set, and that's where cosine law is going to come in. Are you ready? Okay, here's cosine law. I don't know if this is the same on your formula sheet. B squared plus C squared minus 2. I think that's what's on your formula sheet. Okay, so what you need to know is you might not have all the information for your matching set, but I call these the earmuffs of the equation. Those two letters have to match. These are the earmuffs, they have to match. So if I'm trying to solve for side A, then I need to have angle A, right? So if I need to solve for angle A, then I have to have side A. They make up the earmuffs, those are the out sides of your equation. So that's how I remember it. I need my earmuffs to solve this. Now you can rearrange this equation. You could have B squared here, and then what do you think that letter is going to change to? A squared plus C squared minus 2. What's that B going to change to? AC, and then cos of B, because it has to be an earmuff. Right? Does that make sense? That's how you're going to rearrange it. So your triangle vertices might not be ABC, but that's how you're going to manipulate the formula. All right. You ready for some math? Okay, good. Glad you're ready for some math.
No.
All right. So we're going to solve for the distance between the two aircrafts. I regret my life choices. All right. So we are trying to solve for the distance between the two aircrafts. So we're trying to solve for this side. Good news, cosine law, there's only ever one triangle. There's no ambiguous cases. Are you tooting over there? That's fair. So that's nice. If you know you don't have a matching set and you have to use cosine law, there are no ambiguous cases with cosine law. Yay! So if I'm solving for side D, I have to have angle D, which I do. It's angle 49. So those make up the earmuffs of the equation. So we're going to start with D squared equals, and the other two sides, it doesn't matter which one's A and which one's B. They just have to be the two different sides. So D squared is equal to 72 squared plus 50 squared minus 2.
Oh, so they can be anything?
Yep. I don't know what you mean by anything, but...
Like A and C can be...
Yeah, you don't have, like, it doesn't have to be as specific. Cosine law is great. You're like, woo, no rules for cosine law, except for the earmuff law. Who, what? The formulas are coming on your test. The formulas will be there. You will get a formula sheet exactly like the one you have. You'll have it for your test, and you'll have it for your exam.
Do we get the handy-dandy reminders?
No, I don't think the handy-dandy reminders are on there. The vocab is up here at the front of the room. Okay. Who, what? Cheat sheet? No. No. You can make one, but I'm not going to let you use it. No. Okay. I like to write it out, just reminds me what all the numbers are, and I often do this. What operation is in between the 7200 and the cos 49? Means multiply, right? Okay, keep that in mind because that's gonna make a difference later. So let's do some math. I've got 5184 plus 2500 minus 7200 times cos of 49. Hey, what's the trig ratio that we use in cosine law?
So A and H.
Okay, I understand what you were saying now. But in cosine law, do I use sine, cos, or tan? Okay, I'm just saying that because that's a common mistake when you guys get on doing the test and you have to choose cosine law or sine law. Some people will choose cosine law and it's right, but then they'll put a sine in it. And that's bad, oh bad. Don't do that. Okay, is this my answer? No, what do I need to do? I need to answer it. Yes, Vishwa. And what math should I do to answer it? Hopefully I'm going to square root both sides. Do you need to show me that step? And what's my units of measure here? Kilometers. You guys know that you lose a half mark every time you miss a unit of measure? And when your test is out of like, let's say 13 points, each half mark is about 3 or 4%. That's harsh. Harsh. Okay, that was pretty straightforward. Easy peasy. Okay, we're solving for the missing angle A. This becomes a little bit more complicated, but it's just algebra, which isn't really that complicated. So you guys know that we're solving for that angle there. So what's the matching side? What's the matching side to angle A? 18. Brilliant. Those are my earmuffs. So 18 and angle A are my earmuffs because they're my matching set. So 18 squared equals 30 squared plus 22 squared minus sorry, 2 times 30 times 22 times cos of A. What's stronger? What do you do first in order of operations? Do you subtract or do you multiply? Do I subtract or multiply? Multiply. So multiply is like a stronger bond. And the reason why I say that is because this is a common error. I don't know if it's good to tell you the common errors up front. Uh-huh. That was going to be a 5, but I turned it into a 4, but it kind of looks like a 9. It's a 4. Now I don't know what that first number is. I don't know. I'm having a hard time today. Okay, so order of operation tells me I need to isolate the thing I'm looking for. But what you need to know is that this is the coefficient. Well, negative 1320 is the coefficient on a squared. So sometimes I like to circle it just to remind myself that that's locked together with a multiply. And I'm going to bring the other things to the other side. And when I say other things, I really mean I'm going to minus 900. I'm going to minus 484. So I'm minusing 900 and I'm minusing 484. I did it again. Anybody panicked that we have a negative on this side? Anybody panicked? They'll cancel out, right? So don't panic if it's a negative. Don't panic if it's a positive. Trust your math. Trust your math. It'll all work out. I want to get cos A by itself. So I'm going to divide out that coefficient. Why are you guys hating each other? Okay, if you guys do this in your actual calculator, or maybe you're just going to look at my calculator, what's repeating there? 0, 3, right? So the 0, 3 repeats, or you could write 8, 0, 3, 0 and put the line over the 3, 0. Doesn't really matter, but the 0, 3 repeats. You need to use all these decimal places on your calculator display. I can write it like this, but I need to use all of them. And so now how am I going to solve for A? We're going to do that second function cos. So we're going to do cos -1 of the decimal, which is 0.803. And this time I'm just going to write it like that. And I'm writing it like that to remind myself I need to use the second function button in my calculator. And let's go to 2 decimal places. 3, 6, 5, 8. What's the unit of measure on that? Degrees. Okay. Are we ready? Word problem.
No.
Not terrible.
We talked about this.
We talked about, I know, and I ruined it all. Hockey posts are 2 meters apart. Okay, true story? I think we looked it up and it is a true story.
2 meters? Oh, 12 feet.
It's like 3 point something feet in a meter. She said, what's a meter? I don't know how to do that. You don't know what a meter is? It's 100 centimeters. No, because then you'll beat each other with it. I'm not willing to bring that into the room. I do. I knocked my knuckle leaving the house this morning into the door frame and I made myself bleed. Okay, then we have a hockey player. That's my hockey net. Hey.
How was I supposed to know that I wasn't make a triangle?
It's gonna make a triangle.
Really?
Who's shooting at the net?
Me.
The hockey player. Okay, Vishwa's the hockey player shooting at the net.
Maybe give him longer legs.
Okay, we want longer legs.
Thank you.
Okay, there we go. I don't. No? They kind of look like skates.
Why were those hard?
Hey, I'm doing my best here. I'm being creative. Let me have my moment. Okay, now that you've all been incredibly judgy pants on my drawing, thank you very much. The player attempts a shot from the net 6 meters away from one post and 8 meters away from the other. So my diagram is not drawn to scale. So we're going to say one side's 8 and one side's 6.5. Within what angle must the shot be made in order to score a goal?
47 meters.
Okay. Math magic there. So what angle am I trying to measure?
The Vishwa angle?
I'm trying to measure the Vishwa angle because he needs to keep it in between the goal posts. If he extends his angle out here, His shot could miss the goalpost. He wouldn't make the goal.
Everyone's
Everyone's sad. Him and his tall legs would have to skate off in shame.
How do we know how to draw? It's like on a test or something.
You're gonna have to put it together. It won't be terrible. So that's the angle I'm trying to find. Okay, I would like you guys to take 2 minutes and set up the cosine law. That's all I'm asking you to do. Set up the cosine law. Put that information into the cosine law.
So the one we're finding is A?
Yes. It's kind of like Pythagorean theorem, like the A and B don't really matter what side of the triangle.
I'm just kidding. So you know that this is on the left side or the equal? Because no. If you're looking for this angle here, you're looking for this set, which is why I'm using cosine law and not sine law.
Okay. Did you guys get this? Did you get it set up correctly? Yeah? Okay. Because that's probably the hardest part in cosine law, just remembering that those earmuffs, that set goes on the outside. If you need help, Amy's available. She nailed the explanation. Okay, what's a stronger bond, subtraction or multiplying? Multiplying. So the biggest mistake I see is that people will go ahead and subtract these, and that would be bad, oh bad. That would. So again, I'm just gonna circle this to remind me that that bond is stronger, and I need to move that 106.25 over. You need all the decimal places that are on the screen. Do you need to write them? No, you could go 0.983, and ellipsis just means it continues on. So what you're doing is you're truncating the number. That's what we call it in math, like where you're just you're just writing it and you don't want to be bothered to write all the digits, but you need to use all the digits. Okay? So you can do either this one or this one, whatever you remember how to do. I tend to write them out because it doesn't take me that long. So then we're going to do cos -1 of 0.983 with the ellipses after it equals theta. You guys know that the 3 dots together are called ellipse to continue, right?
Yeah.
Somebody's taught you that in English at some point. No?
But I know what it means.
Okay. Is it a more mathy thing?
Because it's cosine.
Don't you guys put that in text messages? Dot, dot, dot?
Dot 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 means
Okay. So he only has an angle measurement of about 10.5 degrees to make that shot. It's not that much. When you think of what 10 degrees is,
that's second.
Close shot, Vishwa.
Close shot. Vishwa, you're gonna make it though. I have faith in your hockey skills.
I don't.
I have faith in my last.
Okay, then we're gonna, Dalen, you're gonna have to help Vishwa practice his 10.5 degree shots on the net.